Hey y'all, let's talk about spaghetti and meatballs, one of the most iconic comfort foods out there. It's a dish that just screams comfort food, right? The kind that warms your heart and soul. There's something so satisfying about twirling a forkful of spaghetti coated in rich tomato sauce and topped with a juicy meatball. It's a sensory delight. Maybe it reminds us of childhood dinners or family gatherings where everyone came together to share a meal. Whatever the reason, spaghetti and meatballs has earned its place as a beloved classic, cherished by many. And the best part, it's surprisingly easy to make from scratch, even if you're not a seasoned chef. Today, I'm gonna walk you through my favorite way to make this dish, step by step. We'll start with the meatballs, then move on to the pasta, and a simple, flavorful sauce that ties everything together. Get ready for a delicious trip to comfort food heaven. The aroma alone will make your mouth water. By the time we're done, you'll be a spaghetti and meatball pro, ready to impress your family and friends with this timeless dish. It's perfect for any occasion. So grab your aprons and let's get cooking. Trust me, you won't regret it. Before we dive into cooking, let's gather all our ingredients. Remember, good food starts with good ingredients, so don't be afraid to choose high-quality options. For the meatballs, you'll need ground beef. I like to use 80-20 for flavor. Breadcrumbs, grated Parmesan cheese, eggs, minced garlic, chopped onion, dried oregano, salt, and black pepper. For the pasta, we'll keep it simple with dried spaghetti and a good amount of salt for the cooking water. And for the sauce, you'll need canned crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, olive oil, minced garlic, dried basil, salt, and black pepper. See? Nothing too fancy. You probably already have most of these ingredients in your pantry. Now that we've got everything ready, let's move on to the good stuff, making the meatballs. Next up, we'll transform these simple ingredients into a symphony of delightful flavors. Get ready for some meatball magic. All right, let's talk meatballs. Whether you're making them for a family dinner or a special occasion, getting them just right is key. The key to a delicious meatball is achieving that perfect balance of tenderness and flavor. You want each bite to be a delightful experience. We don't want dry, tough meatballs, right? Instead, we aim for juicy, tender, and flavorful bites that melt in your mouth. Start by combining the ground beef, breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, eggs, garlic, onion, oregano, salt, and pepper in a large bowl. Each ingredient plays a crucial role in the final taste and texture. Now here's a little tip. Don't overmix the mixture. Too much mixing can actually make your meatballs tough. Gentle handling is the secret to keeping them tender. Just use your hands to gently combine everything until it's just incorporated. This ensures that all the ingredients are evenly distributed without overworking the meat. Once your mixture is ready, it's time to shape those meatballs. This is where you can get a bit creative with the size and shape. Use a spoon or a cookie scoop to portion out the mixture, then roll it between your palms to form smooth, round balls. Consistency and size helps them cook evenly. Aim for meatballs that are about 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter. This size is perfect for even cooking and a satisfying bite. Now comes the fun part. Cooking the meatballs. This is where they start to develop their delicious, savory flavors. You can bake them in the oven, but I prefer to brown them on the stovetop first. This method gives them a beautiful golden crust. This adds a lovely crust and enhances their flavor. The browning process caramelizes the exterior, adding depth to the taste. We'll finish them off in the sauce later, so don't worry about cooking them all the way through at this stage. The sauce will infuse them with even more flavor as they simmer. While the meatballs are browning, it's time to get that pasta going. The aroma of those sizzling meatballs is just the beginning of a delicious meal. Cooking pasta properly is essential for achieving that perfect al dente texture. It's the foundation of any great pasta dish. Nobody wants mushy spaghetti, am I right? Overcooked pasta can ruin the entire meal, turning it into a disappointing experience. Fill a large pot with water and bring it to a rolling boil over high heat. This step is crucial to ensure the pasta cooks evenly. Add a generous amount of salt to the water. Think of it as seasoning the pasta itself, not just the water. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, this is the key to flavorful pasta. The salt enhances the natural taste of the pasta. The salt seasons the pasta from the inside out, making a world of difference. It's a simple step that elevates the entire dish. Once the water is boiling, add the spaghetti and give it a good stir to prevent it from sticking together. Stirring also helps the pasta cook more evenly. Cook the pasta according to the package directions, usually around 8 to 10 minutes. But remember, these are just guidelines. However, for the best results, I recommend tasting the pasta a minute or two before the suggested cooking time. This way you can ensure it's cooked to your preference. You want it to be cooked through, but still have a slight bite to it. That's what al dente means. It should be firm, yet tender. When the pasta is cooked to your liking, drain it in a colander, reserving some of the pasta water. This water is incredibly useful for your sauce. This starchy water is liquid gold. It's packed with flavor and starch that can enhance your sauce. We'll add a splash to our sauce later to help it thicken and cling to the pasta beautifully. This step ensures your sauce has the perfect consistency and flavor.